welcome to Coda Guitar. Here is another free level 1 riff lesson for you to have a go at. This one is using the A natural minor scale. So if you notice there, it was just in the open position, so that was using a few open strings there. So 7-note scale, natural minor scale, 7-note scale. Again, check out the free lessons on these. There's either the G major, E natural minor, or the C major, A natural minor. They sound a little bit more subtle than the 5-note pentatonic scales, 2 extra notes added there, so there's a little bit more you can do with them. It's great to be able to play both types of scales, gives you more options, more variation, make your playing sound a bit more versatile. So this wasn't using too many different techniques here. There was hammer-ons and pull-offs, basically, that was it, and we were just looking at how we can just make a slightly different sounding riff to the pentatonic. So again, 4/4, 4 beats in a bar. If there's anything you're not sure about here, it's all explained in other free level 1 lessons, so check out the level 1 lessons page on the website for more information on any of this. Okay, so straight away then we've got open A. We play that once, and then we play it again, and then we hammer on straight away from fret 2 onto fret 3 of the A string, using fingers 2 then 3, hammering on with finger 3. Open D, hammer on with finger 2 onto fret 2 of the D string. So that is the first bar. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So you might want to just pause this and have a little go at that. And then section 2 is we start from open D, bar 2 rather. We play that once, play it again, and then pull off from fret 2 onto the open D. Got to be careful you don't catch the strings underneath with your pull off on the open strings there, it's a little bit fiddly. So 2 Ds, and then pull off from 2 to open, and then just play frets 3 and 2 on the A strings. That's 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And with this counting, it's just like 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So it's quite straight. There's not any sort of off beats here. But if you're struggling to understand what I'm talking about with the half beat and the 1 beat notes, as in half beats 1 and 2, and then there's absolute beginner level lesson on basic sort of music theory, sort of rudiments of music, which is dead useful. Check that out if you're not sure what I'm talking about. But piecing both of those bars together would be good to do, obviously, when you've tried this second bar. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So both bars together, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And then from there, we're going straight up to the top octave, fret 5. So here, I'm going to start playing each note 2 times now, and we're doing a funny sort of thing where we're dropping down from this note, fret 5, down to fret 1. So I'm kind of leapfrogging over the note on fret 3. And I'm going to play each note 2 times, so I'm using alternate down and up strokes. So 2 notes, 2 notes, 2 notes, 2 notes. Okay, so play this one twice, fret 5, then fret 1 twice, straight back to fret 3, this is all on string 1, play that twice, and then open string 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then in the next bar we go to fret 1 of the top string still, play that twice, then we go to fret 3 of the second string, go back to open E, and then open string 1, and then go to fret 1 of the B, the second string. So we've got fret 1 on the E, fret 3 on the B, open E, and fret 1 on the B, and that's the second bar. So we've got the first bar, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you can see, it's a bit of a stretch, so I'm using my little finger on fret 5 down to finger 1. My thumb, try not to move my thumb there, so I'm trying to sort of almost rock between them. So fingers, little finger, finger 1, finger 3, open, finger 1, 3, open, finger 1. Okay. And then just to finish off, we go back to fret 3 on the B string, open B, fret 1 on the B, and then right at the end we go to fret 2 on the G, but instead of playing that twice, we're going to do a pull off there, and then finish back on that fret 2 on the G. So all of that last bar there is fret 3 on the B, open B, fret 1 on the B, and then pull off, fret 2 to open on the G, back to that G, and then just to finish off I'm going to add finger 2 above that, and I'm going to strum through strings 5, 4, 3, and that is an A power chord. So it's a bit of a complicated sequence of notes there, but I don't know if you can see, we're kind of leapfrogging notes each time. We're always missing a note out and going to the note that's 2 notes below the one you've just played. So here's the octave, missing out fret 3 to fret 1, skipping back up to fret 3 that we missed out, skip over fret 1 to the open, back to fret 1, skip over the open to fret 3 on the B, back to the open, so that's actually quite a common way that people often play scales. And all of those notes are half beat notes, fast notes, so that's why we're using alternate picking, so you can count 1 and 2 and. So there's sort of 2 halves there, there's a low riff and then there's a high riff, and so try those separately, and then when you've done that you can piece them together. 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. And you can hit that power chord on beat 3 at the end there. So just a little example really, again nothing spectacular, it almost sounds a bit more like an exercise than a riff, but hopefully that'll give you some ideas, and you can come up with something that sounds better yourself, because you know what style of music you like, you know what your musical tastes are like, so try and make up some riffs that you think sound good. You can use some of those ideas, you can use some of the bends and the slides that we've looked at as well. That's effectively either composing or improvising. If you play a riff and you play it the same again, then you've written something that you can remember, and that's a song, that's the start of a song. Or you can use these scales for improvising, playing lead solos over the top of other musicians. If you want to try and play some riffs in longer structures, don't forget to check out our level 1 songs. We've got some fantastic songs which will really help you play in, because playing structures, playing music's all about playing songs, so you want to be able to play you know, verses, choruses, play some chords, play some riffs, play some power chords, play some solos, piece it all together and play along with some backing tracks, and then play along with some live musicians, and before you know it, you're doing gigs. So that's the aim. Hope you found this useful, hope you've enjoyed the lesson, and check out some of our other free level 1 lessons, and we'll look forward to seeing you here again soon on Coda Guitar.